everyone. Hola, aloha, cha, salut, ni hao, namaste, ohayo, yagamasma, zdravstvucie, privet, bună, dzień dobry, sziasztok, hello, sincha, yemosio salam alaikum, saskaka, marhaban, merhaba, welcome everyone. My name is Brunel. If I sound a bit different, I'm all banged up, I don't feel really well. I need to get this done because I can barely sit down long enough. I need to go back to bed, but never mind that. Zoeva, I've got, because I keep wanting to say Zoeva. Zoeva, I've got a new collection out. It is called the Heritage collection. And it's got here, I've got actually all 3 items in the collection. You've got the eyeshadow palette, which is the Heritage eyeshadow palette. And you have it here, as usual. You've got the design. You saw at the beginning of the video, these are the shades, and I'm very, very tempted to use these 2, but I'm not going to because, you know, you guys know me. If pink is involved, then I'll be using that, so I won't. I might use this shade, and I think I'll use that one on top and see what that turns out like. The colors have got names on them. You've got narrator story, that's that one here. And then you have the next one, which is Anthropology, that one. And then this one is euphonic. And this one is Never Forget. And that color here is written by Winners. Then from this side, you've got Monument. Then you have, what else? Megalomania. That one. Then you have Marble Status. I can't work out what a theme is. My brain's not working, so never mind that. Civilization is this one. And then finally at the end here, you've got phonotactic. As well as the eyeshadow palette, you've also got this, which is you've got the eye crayon, and you've got 4 in the whole collection. The shade that I've got here is Phonology, and just to give you a little swatch, very nice. I won't be using this today. I'll stick with the eyeshadow palette, but it runs very, very smoothly. Final item I'll be going for is this one, which is the highlighter, and this one is in the color, oh god, I don't think it's got any, it's just Heritage highlighting powder. Comes with a little mirror on the other side, but yeah, so we're going to try that a lot out. So without further ado, let's get going, because my voice is going, my throat is starting to hurt the more I talk. Using Zoeva 228 a brush, I'm going to start off with this shade. And tapping it in, you get quite a lot of colour payoff. By the way, as the base, I've got the NARS Soft Matte Concealer already in place. And I'm just going to start with, ooh. Quite a lot of pigment. Blends really easily. Next shade is this one. And I'm using the Zoeva 227 brush. Ooh. Okay. And the other colour blends really easily and it's definitely buildable. So let's try it from the outer corner of my crease line. Let's see. So it is buildable, it is deepening, but I would have liked this shade to be a lot deeper. But we'll just carry on. Definitely buildable. So final shade I'm going to go with is the darker one here in the corner. And I'm using the Zoeva 239 brush, shader brush. And, woo! Okay. And I'm just going to keep that on the outer corner of the eye. I'm going to try and pack that in first. Actually start with this eye. Yeah. Just going to keep packing that in until I'm happy with, you know, how dark it is and the smokiness of the shade before I blend it in. I don't want it too smoky, so I don't want to go too mad with it. One more time, and then I'm just going to blend it, whatever's left on the brush, in my crease now. I'm happy with everything so far. Next shade I'm going to go with is this one. I'm going to try it with a wet brush. Okay, wet brush is not working out so far, to be honest. No, I'm not happy with that, so try it with fingers. Oh yeah, okay, works out better with your fingers. So if you don't like using your fingers, sorry, what a shame. I'm just being silly. It's because I'm miserable, you see. I'm all banged up. I feel miserable. I feel horrible. So I'm just going to, you know, share the misery. I'm just going to share the misery. So, tough luck. Not the easiest colour to apply. It needed quite a bit of effort, a good 5 minutes or so, going over and over again, both with combination of using my fingers and the brush, because I wanted to get it neat. I'm not doing a cut crease, but I wanted to get the effect by making it neat. So I did need a brush, and that took a lot of effort. So I'm not sure about this one, by that particular colour. But moving on to the next shade, which is going to be actually this one, which is almost like silver, but it's actually gold. I'm just going to apply that on the center of my eyelid, just to make the colour pop. And I'm going to use my finger and just apply that on the center of the eye. Ooh. Ooh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Going back in with Phonotactic, which is the brown deep shade. I'm just going to dab gently and just go and pat that on the outer corner and try and blend everything. Hear background noise over there. I'm just listening to some the news in the background. My mic is a bit sensitive, so do ignore that. I'm just going back in with the brush and no new product at all. I'm just going to very softly blend things in. Yes, I've put concealer on, which is Too Faced concealer, and I've got powder in my face, but forget that. It's all about the eyes. And I'm just blending this in very softly around the edges and softening it. That's it, really. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is go and take the powder off, do the bottom end of my eyes. At the bottom, I am going to simply add these two shades, this shade and this shade as well. And that is it. So I'll start off with this shade all over, and then I'll apply this one closer to my waterline. Use some eyeliner, do mascara, and then we shall move on to hang on a minute, we shall move on to the highlighter. So back in a mo. Time to apply the highlighter. And I know I emphasized the spot there, not something you ought to be doing, but forget it. But look at the shade. I do like it. It is very pretty. It is very fine, and wowee. Oh yeah, I do like it, actually. You can build it up, but I'm just now going to blend it slowly. And voila, this is my face all done. On my lips, first item I've ever owned from Jeffree Star, and this is the lipstick in the colour Celebrity Skin. I absolutely love it. I love it. All I did was I used a lip liner, which is from Morphe. It's called Bar. It's like a chocolate brown lip pencil. They are fantastic, by the way. Morphe lip pencils, great quality, really soft. Yeah, so I lined my lips with that. I'm running out of breath, sorry. I ran my lips, lined my lips, and then I put that on, and I just put plain lip gloss on, and I'm quite happy with this. I absolutely love the look. The highlighter is very, very, very fine. I've got really textured skin on my cheeks, and it doesn't really emphasize them that much, actually. It's really, really finely milled, so I really like that about it. And I like the fact that it's a different color. I mean, at the moment it's a bit of pow pow in your face. I will blend that in so that it kind of settles down. I've got parents' evening. I feel sorry for any of the teachers going to sit opposite me because I'm going to be coughing like nuts. But yeah, it blends in really, really nice. The eyeshadow palette, I'm a bit unsure about. I honestly can't make up my mind. The right aspects of it, clearly I'm happy with the look. And the second shimmer shade was really, really great, applying it straight off with one finger. But the first one took a lot of effort and a lot of build up, a lot more than I'm used to, I guess. So I was not too happy with that. The mattes were actually easily blendable. And on top of that, usually sometimes when it comes to I'm gonna say Morphe, Zoeva stuff, some of the eyeshadow palettes I can literally automatically exclude 2 or 3 you know, eyeshadows already, which is a problem for someone of my deep skin tone. However, there's only one color there that I probably wouldn't use. That's personal choice. But the rest of the colors would actually work, and they actually worked and showed on my skin tone, and they were easy to blend. They were easily buildable, so you could take your time. If you're new to eyeshadows, you don't have a pow straight on it and you're struggling to try and blend it in. You can do it the other round and build them up slowly. So there are really good aspects to this palette. On top of that, the price was £17.50. It's actually a really, really decent price. It's not the most expensive. It is super light. It is travel friendly. You put it in and you can take it with you. So there are many aspects, a lot more yeses than around no. It's just where I wasn't happy with one of the shimmer colors that took ages to build up. So that's it. I was about to yawn there, but it's gone. Thank God for that. All right, so I think that's it. Make up your mind. Oh, by the way, this crayon, honestly, it doesn't come off really easily. Be mindful, you've been warned. I've had to scrub, and it's still not completely off yet. So it's definitely one of those that's got that stays. So if you're gonna get these, be mindful. These are going to stay and stick in place until you really rub them off, which is actually a good sign in many ways, because you don't want to apply something like this and then it just, you know, it wears off throughout the day. This actually, I believe, will stay for a long time because I've had to struggle to get it, and you can still see the remnants of what the swatch I did earlier. So yeah, that's about it. If you have any questions, don't forget to post them here. And if you haven't subscribed already, I really appreciate you subscribing. I'm trying to get to 2K subscribers by March, so I'd appreciate that very, very much. And yes, so this is my face all done. Horrible voice and all. Thank you, and bye everyone.